Moving on, the Nigerian Senate has urged the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to allow registered and eligible prison inmates vote during all general elections in the country. The upper chamber discussed this in plenary on Tuesday when it considered a motion on the prerogative of prison inmates to vote in general elections in Nigeria, which was sponsored by Senator Abba Moro. Our correspondent Abisola Adebayo has the details in this next report.
Going to prison in Nigeria means losing access to many things, including freedom and privacy. But one of the things a Nigerian prisoner is still technically entitled to is the right to vote, because the 1999 Constitution as amended does not explicitly rule inmates out from the electoral process. To this end, prison inmates in Nigeria have been agitating for a chance to exercise this right, as the country's electoral umpire INEC has never created polling units in prisons. This situation is the subject of discourse in Tuesday's plenary session. Some lawmakers argue that the right of every eligible Nigerian to vote remains sacrosanct even if they are sitting in prison.
Senate, considering the number of inmates in various correctional centers nationwide, which is put at 68,000, and the statistics are those awaiting trial, who in the eyes of the law are presumed innocent until found guilty, it is forthright and just that such persons be allowed to exercise their franchise, and any attempt by any individual or agency to deny inmates of their rights to vote is unconstitutional, illegal, unlawful, null and void.
It will always be okay for inmates to be allowed to vote. Mr. President, the tradition across the world is that most prisoners are allowed to exercise their fundamental human right, and I think Nigeria should not be different.
Meanwhile, another section of the lawmakers is of the opinion that prison inmates on death row, which Nigeria has in over 3,000, should be stripped of the right to vote.
You have those who have been condemned to death, who are hardened criminals. If this motion had actually, segregated these classes of inmates in our prisons, then we will accept it. But for somebody who is condemned to death, who is on the death row, you are extending fundamental right to the person to come and vote. I think it's a violation of our own laws. So we must understand what it is. This motion has to, discern between those that are waiting trial, if that's what you want to say, but that again is for INEC to determine.
At the end of the debate, the senators asked INEC and all relevant agencies to carry out a voracious voters' enlightenment in prisons across the country and allow duly registered and eligible inmates to exercise their franchise during all general elections in the country. Abisola Adebayo, TV 360 News.